Hello everyone, this is just a dad. Today I'm going to do an unboxing and show you how to set up for the first time this Roborock Qrevo Pro robot vacuum cleaner. So this will vacuum your house and mop it at the same time. We've got a base station, there's the robot. We're also going to connect it to our smartphone. Here's everything that comes in the box. We get two mop pads, an extra bag, a cable, a cord, the robot, which we'll go over in detail. This tray, you simply just snap this ramp on right here so that it's nice and flush. There was a sticker right here. Remove that sticker. This is removable. You will have to clean this. This is where it cleans these mop pads. This is, you take this to the sink, get this all nice and clean. Now here's the docking station. Again, it's going to put water down in here and then suck the water up into the dirty water tank. It's going to charge the robot. It's also going to fill the robot up with water. You have to put the solution in the water. And it's also going to auto-empty the robot, all of the dust, into the dust bag. So it looks like the water comes down here, but then it gets sucked up here. That's what it looks like. Okay. We do have a light on the base station to let us know it has power. Here's where you're going to, this is the dust bag. Once in a while you will have to take this dust bag out and replace it. It's very simple, just pull the tab, it comes out, and then line up the gray part with this little track and put the new bag in, we can see. There is no solution tank or anything. Up top, this is the clean water tank. So you're going to fill this up with just water out of the tap. You can put Roborock solution in it. About 2 capfuls is what this tank takes, but there it is. Now the dirty water tank, this is going to fill up with dirty water as it washes the mop pads. Now this, you will need to empty this quite a bit, and you will have to wash this out sometimes. To help prevent odor, you'll have to wash this out about once a month, once every couple months. And there's what it looks like. Now the cord is pretty heavy duty. It is 6 feet long and you plug it in right here. It says it has, you can wrap this up, but it is kind of hard to fit it in that little track. Now when it's hot water washing, it's using 12 amps, 120 volts, 60 hertz, normally around 6 amps. That's dust collecting. And when it's charging and drying the mop pad, 1 amp. Okay, we've got the clean water tanked up with filled up with just clean water. I like to put about 2 dabs. This is the Roborock solution, so just about like 2 capfuls. Yeah, that's good. Now with the docking station, you do need about 3 feet, almost 4 feet in front of it, and about 6 or 7 inches left or right of it. Now the base station is going to wash the mop pads with 140-degree hot water. And it's also going to dry them with warm air at the end of the job to help prevent odor. Now they call that a multifunction dock 2.0. Intelligent dirt detection, so it'll wash the mop pads more if it senses that the water that it's using to wash them with is dirty. So when it sucks up the dirty water, if that water is dirty, it's going to wash it more. Auto mop drying, hot water washing, auto tank refilling inside the robot, auto dust collecting, and a detachable base for easy cleaning. Okay, so here's the mop pads. Once in a while you will have to replace these, and you can put these in the laundry yourself, but the base station is going to wash them with hot water and dry them. The front of the robot, it has optical avoidance. It doesn't have a camera that takes pictures. It has reactive, but I love that it has LiDAR navigation. We've got 2 buttons up here. It does have the bumper technology. We do have a sensor on the side. There's where it's going to fill the tank inside. We got a sensor on the back, charging. Here's the dust bin. It's going to auto empty this dust bin out of this door right here. This is a little flapper. There's a filter that we've got to clean once in a while. It is washable, and then you want to clean this dust bin once in a while. There's what that looks like. Now we flip it over. It is able to move this one arm out to get right next to the edge, which I'll show you that. And it can also lift the mop pads up and down 10 millimeters. The single roller brush, it's easy to take in and out. It's all rubber. No real comb to get stuff off of the brush roller. It does lift up and down. One side brush. There is the carpet sensor. There's like something in there that'll sense when it's on carpet or hardwood floors. These are the fall-off sensors, so once in a while you will have to clean those. But to attach these, you simply just line them up and they pop on. That's how simple it is. That's the only thing I had to install on the robot, and now it's ready to use. So I'm gonna go put the docking station down on the floor, but I want to show you this first. Whenever you dock the robot yourself, it's going to turn it on as long as the base station's plugged in. When I dock this, it'll turn the robot on and put it into a setup mode. But the easiest way to dock it is this roller right here. There's like a little track. It's a little hard to see, but down here, you kind of want to line that up. And when you line that up, it'll fit right in there. And you'll know that it's docked because the lights will show that it's charging. Okay, I've got the docking station plugged in. The light is on. There is no power switch on the dock. Whenever it's plugged in, it's got power. Okay, now let's simply just push it back and dock it. There, the lights came on, it's charging. It's also going to talk to us.
Charging.
Okay, let's open up the Roborock app. Again, not a huge fan of the Roborock app because of the spinning map. I'm going to call it's called the spinning map. When you click on a robot, I have several, and then it goes to that robot, and then let's just do the SA. That will spin. Now this one, it worked this time, but I've had this, been an ongoing problem. So let's click the add button. Allow, there's a QR code. Now I think I get in a hurry. I think you're supposed to scan this before you dock it. That might make more sense. Now you're supposed to reset the Wi-Fi, but it's easy. Press and hold these two buttons.
Resetting Wi-Fi.
And that light is flat, that light's flashing. Click I've reset it, and next. Tell it your Wi-Fi. I think you're supposed to dock it now. Qrevos are the hardest to dock. Okay, looks like I gotta select the Wi-Fi. I don't know why you gotta give it. Okay, give it your Wi-Fi, make sure it's got the Wi-Fi password. You have to join. So that's the robot is transmitting a Wi-Fi signal, and you've got to connect your tablet now to the Wi-Fi being transmitted by that robot. On some things you may have to swipe down and actually physically connect to, not physically, but go into your Wi-Fi settings and connect to the Wi-Fi being transmitted by it. It can be a little tricky, but that had a pop-up, and I'm using an iPad Air, so it worked, but maybe on a Samsung device you might have to go into Wi-Fi and click it. So this is working good. And I don't know if there'll be an update or not. And when I get that spinning map, I have to uninstall the app and reinstall it. Multi-level, I don't have multi-level yet. I may later, but I do have carpets. Make sure this is on, that's important. Dim. Map saving. I don't know why that's not on. That should be on. Of course, there's an update.
To 10 minutes.
Okay, so it's speaking to me, telling me to update the firmware. It's updating. Okay, that actually didn't take too long. A couple minutes. So we got to do a quick mapping. So you're going to want to pick things up around your house, open the doors that you wanted to map, and I think it's important to turn the lights on, but let's do quick mapping. It'll randomly move through your house. And stay away from it. That can kind of interfere with the LiDAR. But it does give you a real world update of the map. That is so cool. I think LiDAR is just the way to go. I know other robots try different things, but it's just so hard to beat LiDAR. I will be comparing this to the Qrevo Max V. I'm not sure exactly. Something off the top of my head is the camera. I think the camera on the Max V, it has a camera that I think you can turn on and off and obstacles, but this one, not so much. We'll see how it does with obstacle avoidance. Interesting, it already found an obstacle, but it didn't take a picture. Using line laser. So it's probably going to be able to identify certain things like a shoe, but it's not going to take pictures. So this, if you're sensitive about taking, now these things can't take pictures, so if you're not worried about that, you can't. This is maybe a good one. I know on the Qrevo Max V, you can turn that off to where it doesn't turn the camera on at all. It still has really good obstacle avoidance, but it just won't take a video or a picture. And again, it's not vacuuming. It's just randomly going around the house mapping. Okay, so that took about maybe 8 minutes, 10 minutes. That was really quick mapping. Yeah, here it'll divide this up, give it some time to think, and then come back to it. Because it'll divide up the rooms what it thinks, and we'll have to go in and modify the rooms. I'm getting ready to review. This is a microwave / air fryer. I didn't even know they made such a thing, but I'm reviewing it. Okay, so here's the rooms. I thought it would do a few more rooms. It found the bathroom. I thought it would have divided up a few more, but it did a good job. So now we got to go in, edit the map with rooms. Let's divide, because we got to make new rooms. So select a room. You can pinch and zoom. A very capable app. I like to do this little area right here. Divide. And then let's divide again. Divide. Divide again. Let's go in and name the rooms now. Click a room, name it, that's the kitchen. This one is the dining room, click OK. This one is the living room. All right, now let's go add no-go zones. These are super important. Areas, I already know right here in this bathroom, there's a really thick carpet in front of the toilet. Most robots will struggle with that. So I have to put a no-go zone around that. And it even found it as an obstacle. That's interesting. Invisible walls. If you want to keep it out of a certain room, that's a way to do it. I want to see what that was. So even that thick carpet, it sensed as something. Carpet cleaning. So I want you to do the rise. Yeah, you want to definitely rise. You want the mop pads to rise. All right, that's looking pretty good. I could put a few more no-go zones. I'll see how it does with obstacle avoidance. So let's go into here. Floor cleaning settings. We want to rise. So you want the mop pads to rise. Extend that flexible arm. Yes, that's the mopping pad that can turn. Automatic remopping when a dirty area is detected during, yeah. Oh, it will return to the dock for mop washing and double mop after. I wonder how it does that. After activating the surrounding area, the pet supplies, yep. No pet supplies found. So you may have to add them or let it work for a while. It may find your pet bowls or your pet bed. And that's if you want to clean in a certain direction on the floor. So if you have a special type of hardwood floors that'll leave streaks unless you clean in a certain direction. Definitely put it on a schedule. Dock settings. Mop washing. This is going to be important. Might bump that up to 20 minutes or by room. You'll use a lot of water if you go down to 10 minutes. That means every 10 minutes when it's mopping, it'll come back and wash the mop. Now, let me explain that. So that's really the only, now when it mops the floor, it's spinning the mop pad and it's expecting the dirt to get trapped in the mop pad. And then when it goes back, that's how it gets rid of the dirt off the floor. So that's kind of important, but you can use a lot of water. Smart washing looks like it's enabled and it's enabled on hot water. So that's important. Dustbin. I like high. So sometimes these things don't empty as much as I would like them to. Empty mode, light, max, smart. No, I want max. I find that I want that emptying every time as much as it can. Especially because sometimes when they dock, they'll clean a room and then they won't empty. And then I think the auto empty should work. Auto drying duration, we can set that 2 to 4 hours. That's pretty standard. Reactive obstacle avoidance. High. Let's do high. Standard was what it was at. That's, let's do maintenance. There's where you're going to go in and reset when it's going to tell you the time to change the mop pad or the sensors to clean, dust bag. It doesn't give you a warning, but manage the map. That's where you can do multi-level mapping. Robot voice. Robot settings, do not disturb is on, button lights, child lock, off-peak charging, offline map, pin and go. I don't know why that's in the... I've never used the remote control, but they have it. User manual, product, firmware updates, we'd already know it's updated. And device sharing. I have used this. So my mother-in-law has a Dream L... No, it's on the Dream L10S, and I can monitor how it's doing at her house. It's actually done a pretty good job. All right. Doesn't look like we have... Oh, we have the smart plan. That's where it kind of decides what it's... Smart AI. But we can do vac and mop, suction power, all the way water level low, no water level 2 times, standard route. We can do mop only, vac only, customize. So zones, we can do a zone clean, routine. I need to play around with routines. I've just not, after meals, deep clean, intensive sweeping. I've not done the routines yet. Whoops. Backed out of it. Choose smart plan. Okay, looks like that's about it. Let's just have it clean the kitchen real quick. Rooms, clean, go.
Starting selective room cleaning.
It's gonna wash the mop pad first, supposedly with hot water. Now, I know people have been wanting me to check the water temperature, but getting a temperature probe back there is tricky, and the timing is tricky because they don't use hot water the entire time. I think it starts out... I read the comments from another YouTube video somebody left on me for my... And I can't remember, but I think it uses cold water for a little bit, then it heats it, and then it cold, so... I've tried measuring it. I see when I measured it, I saw about 110 degrees. Oh, oops. Yeah, see, I messed it up. Oops. I know people are wanting me to measure that water temperature. I just can't get to it. I hit the mop pad. I just can't get to it. So I am seeing about 80. So that's definitely... much more. Okay, the mop is washed. I'm gonna try to feel it. This is the dirty water. It didn't even suck up any dirty water, so maybe I'll check it on the downside when it washes the mop pad after it's cleaning. So it's extending that side arm. Now look for my full review coming. I got to use this for a little bit and see how the obstacle avoidance does. So far, it's really quiet. I would have liked to have seen it miss that cable a little bit better. It should auto sense carpet, yeah. And lift the mop pads and then increase suction power. So pretty standard. It increases the suction when it's on carpet and it lifted the mop pads. And then it's going to do really good under kitchen cabinets with that. Yeah, that mop pad it can extend. That's pretty nice. And the app shows us in live view where it's at. There's that obstacle, that cord. Again, no picture. Doesn't even. I could say no need to ignore, but it definitely needs to ignore it. And it's going to give us a live view of where it's at. All right, let's tell it to go dock. Return to charge. charging.
Returning to dock.
I'll try to measure the temperature this time.
Starting to wash them off.
See, I would like it to auto empty every time it came back to the dock, because I don't think there's anything wrong with auto emptying every single time. Right. Oops. Yeah, see. Okay, I'm seeing 90 this time. Oops. I keep interfering with it. I think hopefully I won't break it. So now it's sucking the water out. All right. Oops. Oh gosh darn it. All right, so I do see some hot water down there. Seems like the farther I can get that probe in there, the hotter the water. It says 140 degrees. I've never seen 140 degrees, but we'll see. So it might be about done. Oops. Aish. Okay, now it's emptying the dustbin. That's not super loud. Yeah, 86 degrees. And now you're going to hear that air being blown onto the roller. It's hot air, 2 to 4 hours. It's set at 3 hours. I like that it's not really loud, but you will notice it. You'll be like, what's that sound? Oh yeah, that's the robot drying its mop pad. Okay, so I did buy this with my own money. I didn't know much about this Pro. I bought the Max V and it was super expensive. This one, I did get it on Prime Days for $660, which seems like a pretty good deal. So far, so good. I'll give you my honest opinion. I'll definitely put a score on it also. So far, so good. I will put a link to it underneath the show description notes, and be sure and check out my honest review. And I will compare it to the Max V. I'll compare it to some others that are closely competing with it. I may even test it up here against the Eufy S1 Pro, which is doing an amazing job of mopping. And here we've got some other, the X40. I'll compare it. The Dream X10 Pro Omni. That was a big seller Prime Days, $600. There's the Max V. It definitely has a camera on the front. There's the X30, the Dream, or the Eureka. There's the Dream L20. It was on sale Prime Days. Huge. That was actually a pretty big deal. That's actually a pretty good robot. I think it got down to about $700, which really put it in line with the X10 Pro Omni. A lot of people were asking me, X10 Pro Omni or Dream L20? Tough decision. I still don't know. I like both so much. I lean towards the Dream, but the Eufy kind of is more maybe user-friendly, maybe smaller, you know what I mean? So be sure and check me out over on Instagram, and I have a Facebook page and a Facebook group page. If you could hit a follow on those platforms, I really would appreciate it. I do free giveaways on there also. So I love buying these products with my own money. That way I can give you an honest review. Should you buy this? I spend my own money on the product, and I can tell you whether or not that's a good spend or not. So again, I'll put links underneath the description. If you click on those links, the products won't cost you anymore, but I get a small commission from the sale. It is a way of helping support my channel. That way I can continue to do what I do, buy the products. I'm not held by anybody emailing me saying, hey, we didn't like that video, or we don't like what you said about this. This is my honest opinion. I'm not in contact with these brands. I order them off of Amazon or the Roborock website or wherever I can get them. Sometimes I have to wait. They're out of stock, and that's okay. But I just love giving you the honest review, spending my money on it. It's a whole different story. When that money comes out of my checking account, $660 on that robot, I really have to pause and think, okay, is it actually worth it? You know, because that's a lot of money for these robots. And so that way I want to give you the pros and cons, tell you what I think. And again, we got lots of exciting videos coming up soon. I'm actually doing some really fun stuff on Instagram and TikTok. Having a lot of fun there. So follow me on those if you want to see just quick tidbits on these products. I can't give the full 20-minute video. I mean, I guess I could in TikTok, but I want to do like voiceovers on TikTok and Instagram. I want to give you kind of like a small, hey, pointers on different things. You know, I know these robots so well that I want to start giving pointers and tips. So follow me on there. I'll be like, hey, this is how I'm cleaning the Roborock today. And you know, it may not work in a full length. I have the full length YouTube videos, but sometimes those get to be 10 minutes on how to clean a Roborock. But check me out on Instagram, TikTok. I'm going to be doing some fun things. I'm super excited about that. Again, really do appreciate everybody's support. If you could follow on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. And if you could use the links down below the YouTube video and hit the like and subscribe button. I really would appreciate it. Again, thanks so much. I love what I do. And again, my wife says I have a hard time getting off these videos. So I'm sorry, but I just love what I do. And thank you so much. And look who just woke up from her nap. She's been sleeping, and she always knows when I'm doing videos. Was that good? Oh, you're such a good girl. Tell everybody hello, Fiona. No more treats. You heard treated out. Okay, you talked me into it. One more. I think I give her too many treats. No more. 2 is enough. 2's all you get.